Welcome to the podcast.
Hey, we fucking goddamn, that took way longer than it needed to.
No, it did not. It was okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second episode of the Please Stop Talking podcast. I am your host, Avery, aka Shammy. I'm joined today by my friends, David.
It's me. I'm David. Hi.
Kyle.
Hello, I'm Kyle.
And Cameron.
Hey.
I didn't do a special intro for Cameron this time because I was very distracted by David behaving like himself.
No.
Yeah, so
Let's hope I
for
never
anyone,
do that
okay, I
again.
should address really quick at the beginning. For anyone who listened to the E3 episode and thought it was like way too hectic and hard to understand because of us talking over each other, that was just because we had a fucking stupid amount of stuff to talk about. So this will be, and we're new, and there's latency because Cameron doesn't live in a real country.
Yeah.
And so it makes
It's a
things a
fake
little bit more
place.
complicated.
One day
So-
I'll be on the map.
Shouldn't be nearly as bad
One
in
day.
future episodes.
Not today.
Hopefully. Not today. Today will also be terrible, so strap right the fuck in for that one.
Yep.
So, David, you're introducing the theme. I don't want to do it.
Since we're going to be traveling in 2 weeks, I thought it would be interesting to talk about travel stories and like vacation stories or whatever. Like basically when you were out of town, stuff like that.
Basically, stories that you have from when you were not where you are.
Yup.
Wow.
Yeah,
Can I ask?
I'm
Surprising I don't have one.
Can you tell
I ask?
I'm incredibly eloquent and that I am a writer?
You're a writer.
I'm a writer, right? Yeah.
Yep.
No. So who's going first?
Alright,
Did we decide that or did we not?
you go
Can I quickly
first.
ask a question?
Why?
Oh my
no.
God.
Yes, go ahead.
I was just
Cameron.
wondering, has everybody in the podcast actually left their country? Like, left the country
Yeah,
that they
yeah,
live?
yeah.
I've not actually been to
Kyle
another
is a
country.
Kyle's a
Really?
sheltered boy.
Farthest I've gone is Hawaii, boy.
Kyle, do you have
I
a,
mean,
do you have a
that's
fun story
oh no, that's
about
the same country. That's
do you have a
right.
fun story about NASCAR? Maybe you want to tell?
I mean, no.
Wow.
But I did put on like 20 tablespoons of aloe vera.
I thought you were gonna
because
say
of
20
NASCAR.
pounds, and I was like, that sounds like a
well-
story.
Wait, 20 pounds of aloe vera? What did you do?
That doesn't sound like a very exciting
Did you,
story. All I would have
did you
done
just
is
get massively sunburned?
yeah.
By the way, everyone, Kyle got a real microphone for the first time.
Did
So
you just throw
he's-
air quotations?
I did throw air quotations for the Blue Yeti. Yes, I did.
So well.
I'm glad you could hear them. It's going quite well. Kyle just smacking his fucking desk with the Blue Yeti's shitty fucking mic stand. So,
So let's get into the first story, which is either David or Avery.
I mean,
or Cameron. I vote Cameron.
I vote Cameron.
Okay,
I vote
all right,
Cameron.
I can talk about my first story. This
Sure.
is like
First story.
Okay.
Cameron's a multiple story boy.
Oh my God.
No, should I set myself up for multiple stories?
We'll let you. We'll
ahead,
leave you
go
time
ahead.
So
to think.
I had a lot of trouble actually coming up. I've traveled quite a lot. I'm a big guy, but it was very difficult for me to actually find any interesting stories. So like this one's kind of from when my first ever trip to the UK, which was back when I was 9. I went to Legoland, right? And they have these yellow ponchos that are meant to look like you're a Lego person, basically, because it was raining the whole time and like it was fucking horrible weather when I was there. So like I'm a little
That's
9-year-old.
so unlike the UK. So, go ahead.
I'm a
Now
little
I
9
understand why you're saying it's an interesting story. This never happens.
No. So like, I think we got what was it? I think we got ice creams, right? And like,
Oh yeah.
I was throwing the waste, like there was like a little bit of ice cream left from my tub, right? And I was throwing it in the bin, and I like for some reason I put like half my arm down the bin when I was like dropping it in, and then I pull it out. And there's just wasps all over my fucking arm. What are you talking?
That's what you get for playing in the trash.
Yeah, that's right.
So like I pull it out and I'm like, oh, and I'm like so I'm holding my
That was like
that was pure terror, Kyle.
that's as scared as he gets.
Pure childlike terror. I'm sorry, Cameron. We're interrupting your story.
It's
Go
fine.
ahead.
It's fine. This is a bit of my story anyway. So I'm just like staring at all these wasps, and then they like clearly they see my bright yellow poncho, and so like all of these fucking wasps start swarming me, and I'm like,
dude. They thought you were the queen bee.
I know, man. They thought I was like.
Cameron's new Twitter handle needs to be the queen bee.
No.
Yeah, dude.
No, it
give
doesn't.
Beyonce a run for her money, dude.
So it's like I'm like clearly I'm like, oh, this is because of the poncho. So I just quickly like tear through the fucking poncho, like fucking Superman tear through it. Like
That's your reason. Hang on. I have a really quick, Cameron. I don't think Superman has ever torn off a poncho because of a bunch of wasps because he's stuck his
man.
fucking arc.
Oh my god.
So I tore it off and I got stung. This was my first time being stung by anything in my entire life, and I'm like freaking out. Like I'm like I immediately go like, am I allergic? Am I gonna die? I look up at my dad. I'm like, Dad, I got stung.
Dad, am I gonna die?
Then I go to like the little Legoland like hospital, I guess. Like they have like an on-site like
Were the nurses and doctors were they wearing like big Lego people suits?
No way. Oh my god.
Did you just say yes?
no, that would have been way better though.
They were all what? Sorry.
No, that would have been way better though. They were
I
just
thought
like
you said no. They were all painted yellow though. Okay,
So
go the fuck ahead.
I go there and then they spray some ice stuff on it and like get rid of it, and they say I'm a real big boy for being so calm and not crying. And I was like, yeah, I am.
You didn't cry.
I didn't
feel
cry.
like a big boy. You
Yeah, I
didn't
felt
cry.
like a huge
Holy
boy.
shit, dude! Cameron's fucking huge. Don't fuck with him.
Wait, did you only get stung once? Or multiple times?
I think I only got stung once actually, which is weird because there was like 20, 30 wasps around about.
Yeah.
So like only one of them was
Really
like,
are
yo,
big.
I'm gonna sting this boy.
I've never been stung by a bee. Apparently it hurts a lot.
I was looking at my waveforms there, Cameron, and for a split second I thought you were talking about yourself, and you said you're gonna sting this bee. I thought you were thinking that. I was like, take it back. Cameron as a child is a fucking weirdo. He's a fucking freak.
What a fucking badass.
Big enough to rip through
I'm gonna
ponchos and
sting
bold
these
enough to
fucking wasps. Give me a sec. I got a Superman.
Christ.
So yeah, that's
Go
it was the first time I got stung, and it was overseas as well, and it was raining. Like Legoland was like my dream, and not as good as I thought.
Legoland was my dream, and then it became my nightmare.
Do you now have like a fear of the UK?
Or Legos in general.
Yes.
That was a little genuine.
Christ.
Is that what, like brickophobia? Is that what that's called?
Brickophobia.
I hope so. I hope so.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
Was that?
That's
Is
about
that
it.
Yeah, is that it?
Yes,
Is that your
nice.
story?
That's
Sorry.
That's shit.
It's pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah. I guess I'm
So-
next.
Yeah, sure.
You have two stories, right, Avery?
I do have two stories. They're both.
So just do
one.
one
Well,
now
I mean,
and
one
then-
of them is not really a story. It's just a dumb thing about my life that I did.
What did
It's,
you
um,
do?
Well, that's technically a story.
So, I mean, I guess so. I mean, the only interesting thing is like stating what it was, which is I once somehow managed to like finagle my way onto the French club's trip to France, despite neither being in the French club nor taking French classes.
Nice.
And the teacher who taught French and was in charge of the French club didn't notice until we were at the airport.
Oh,
And
gosh.
like we were like boarding the plane, or not even boarding the plane. We were like waiting for the plane to arrive, and she was like, "Who are you?"
Did you just look up her and say bonjour?
No, I looked up at her and I said, "Amigo." No, no, that's pretty much it. I went to France with the French club,
Did you pay?
because they couldn't. Did I what?
Did you pay for the trip?
Yeah, I paid,
Okay,
but the school helped foot the bill. Like I didn't pay full price. I don't know. I don't know how that
Badass.
fucking happened. Yeah, I don't know how that happened. It just is a thing I did.
So, speaking of France, my story happened in Lower Normandy, and we were basically. It was also a school trip, and we were like basically we left. And how long does it take? It takes like 7 hours, 8 hours, right? And we left.
Yeah.
At 2 a.m. to go to France. So we got to France, and it was like I can't sleep on airplanes, and it was like really early morning there, and I didn't sleep. I basically didn't sleep for 36 hours, and I was a tired boy. I was like 16 years old, probably 14, and we were gonna stay at a youth hostel that was basically a big castle that they made into a youth hostel, right? And
Yes.
on the outside, it looked fucking like really nice. But then,
Oh, is this it?
yeah, this is it. And
Oh well, yeah, that does look
Fucking
nice.
cool.
it
I
was.
think
This was in. Wait,
I stayed somewhere similar when I was in France with the French club.
wait, was it?
Everyone was
Everyone was speaking UK English,
French.
right?
no, everyone was speaking
because
French, and it was
for
very
some
confusing
fucking
for me.
reason, because no, listen, for some fucking reason,
Very
at
confusing
this
for me.
place, they were all talking in English. Like none of the counselors, because it was also a camp. Everybody was speaking English, but like everybody in my class is like French and barely speaks any English. So it was like really weird, and it looks nice from the outside, but then you go inside and it's
And the rooms are roughly the size of your body.
yeah, and not only
Yeah.
that, everything is destroyed, like holes in the
Oh, yeah.
walls.
Oh yeah, that's a youth
Shitty
hostel.
fucking
Yeah.
place. And
Yeah.
so I get into my room. It's been like 36 hours. I'm really fucking tired. I'm a sleepy boy, you know. And
Yeah, I know.
well, I guess I'm gonna go take a shower. I'm gonna rest a bit, and then I'm gonna go like eat supper. So I go take a shower, and it's like
This is a long story.
Yep, I knew
This
it.
had better end well.
I go take fuck off. I take a shower, right? I put my clothes on the toilet, and I go inside. Like I put my clothes on the fucking, how do you say that? Serviette.
Say it in
Fuck.
French. That's what you'd put your.
I
you did
put
that. Just say it in French if you don't know the word for it.
Serviette on the toilet, and then
Take it back. Don't do that ever again.
and then I go into the shower. I go into the shower and I realize the doors open like horizontally. Like you have to slide. It's like two sliding doors
What
to
do you
get
mean?
into the shower. It's really
Horizontally. No, I've only used to vertically.
No, I'm
right. That makes no sense.
I'm used to doors. I'm used to showers being like fucking pod bay doors in Star Trek. They open vertically and they fucking shut the fuck up.
No,
They used to work in my garage, or I'm confused.
no.
I shower in a garage. It's normal, right?
They open like they're sliding doors, two sliding doors. So I open the two sliding doors and I realize like, oh shit.
Why do you keep saying it like it's weird?
I've never seen sliding.
Okay,
Is
whatever.
it a normal thing? Do you guys have
Yes,
sliding
it's
doors?
very normal.
Really?
Yes, it's super
Wait,
normal.
what do your supermarkets have? Like, do they not have like sliding
Shower?
doors?
Shower.
Kyle, why are you talking
Where are
about
you?
supermarkets?
Okay, to be honest,
What do you think this story
my
is? Do you
audio
think,
cut out for like
do
a
you
good
think
5
David is
seconds and I
stripping
came
down in the
back.
supermarket bathroom and just walking out?
Yeah, I mean,
Alright, I got a
it's
different
France.
supermarket.
Anything goes in France.
Look, a lot of things
my
happen in
God.
NASCAR. Okay.
Anyways, so I realized like the doors are like really fucking bad, but I'm like, whatever, I'm gonna go take a shower. So I open
These freak sliding doors.
these fucking freaky sliding doors, and I get in.
You're a fucking freak. Go ahead.
I get in.
Sorry.
I open the shower, and like, how do you say that? The shower head
Shower. You just did it.
the shower head has a hole on the top of it, and it sprays water right on the fucking toilet. And like all my clothes is wet. I freaked the fuck out. I'm like, oh shit! And I just start wrestling with the doors, and like the two doors fell on me. And everything.
I like the part. I like how you sounded so surprised that the shower head had a hole that sprayed water.
I was thinking, what the fuck are showers? What are Canadian showers like? Like a Canadian shower is just fucking
on the top.
It's just mist.
Come on, listen.
You're not listening. It's on the top,
Sorry,
and it
go ahead.
sprays
It's
on the
okay.
toilet.
No,
Yes. No,
So
Kyle
now-
and I were saying it sounded like you were shocked that the shower was spraying water at all.
Exactly.
And after the sliding doors conversation, that wouldn't like blow me away if I'm perfectly honest.
So now, like, there's water fucking everywhere on the ground. I'm soaked. There's like, it's just there. It's spring water everywhere. The doors fell on me, so I'm holding two fucking shower doors, and I'm like yelling because like there's other people in the
Like
there's
Superman.
I'm just like, I'm like, guys, someone please help me. But like, and then I realize I'm naked, and I'm like, wait, don't help me.
Wait, don't.
Wait, don't.
Ashamed of your
Wait,
naked
don't.
body.
I'm naked. And then
You know what help when you're
I just closed the shower, and I'm like, holy shit, there's water everywhere. And like, I put back some wet clothes, and I take I'm like pissed off, and I realize that outside there's a big lake. Anyways, I go downstairs. What? Oh, you'll see.
There's a lake. But anyways,
is that incredibly is that foreshadowing? David?
Yeah, it is foreshadowing.
Okay,
Anyways,
great.
I went to the reception. I went to the reception with my two doors, and I'm like, doors. The shower doors fell on my head.
The shower doors off.
I did not. They already fell on me. I did not. They
I just brought the shower doors with me to the reception.
He just fucking hulks off the shower door.
No, okay, listen. They already fell on me. The two shower doors fell on me already. So I'm like, well, shit, I'm gonna complain. So I just bring the shower doors with me to prove that I'm not a liar.
Like, you walking into the reception with just two shower doors on your arms,
Well,
like
I mean-
your dates or something.
I go
Kyle,
to the
I'm picturing him.
reception.
No, wait, Kyle, I'm picturing him like fucking Kabrakan from Smite.
Yeah, exactly. Just
Oh my god.
he couldn't let go, set him down, do anything like that. No, you had to bring him to the reception.
Anyways,
I'm also imagining like a wedding reception or something too. But like,
Okay, sorry, no. Okay, sorry, we're interrupting David. David,
come
go
in.
ahead.
I come into the reception, and the lady just like, she just looks at me, and she's like, oh. It's like she's just
Why are all these
Cameron
people's
so
reactions?
surprised.
Yeah, she's Cameron.
Was I your fucking receptionist?
Actually, the receptionist was Cameron on his trip to the UK. He was wearing his Lego outfit, and
You were the fucking wasp.
I'm like, so like,
no wonder you said you were gonna sting him.
Yeah, I would be terrified too if he was walking at me with two shower doors on.
so
Sorry, I didn't know how these work, so I kind of took them.
What I'm supposed to do with these? I don't know what's happening. I'm from Canada.
I'm like, oh, what is this? Oh, they put,
Can I trade
what
these
is
in for a
this?
head of cards?
And I just go to her, and she's like, what happened? And I'm like, well, I explained to her, like, well, the shower sprayed water everywhere, and the doors fell on my ass. And then she was like, oh.
Are you naked when this is happening?
No, I'm not. I put clothes on.
Are you just wearing your wet clothes? What was the? What? How
I was
did you get
wearing
out of
the
that
wet
situation?
clothes.
Oh, okay.
I was wearing the wet clothes, and she was like, okay, well, I'm gonna send someone later. So I'm like, okay, and I go back to my room, and then I like find clothes that aren't wet, and I go eat. And when I come back from eating, the guy still hasn't fixed my shower. So, and I'm still a stinky boy, you know? So I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go downstairs and complain again. So I go back downstairs, and the receptionist is just like, well, we're not gonna... The guy came, he said there was no problem, and I was like, there's no fucking door. There's no fucking door. The shower has no doors.
I would love it if you still had the doors. You're like,
Yeah,
have them.
exactly.
I have them.
I have them in my
I brought the
arms.
doors to you. You know there's a problem.
The rest of the story is kind of illegal.
Fucking! I take it back. Okay, so, Charlie, continue your story.
So I take me and a couple friends were like, what a bunch of fucking assholes. They're not like helping me at all, and they're bullshitting
Sounds
me
like friends.
Yeah, it sounds like French.
Sounds
people.
like what I do in that situation.
What did the fuck? We were like, what did the fuck? The lady did not help. And
You're suddenly speaking in a weird accent.
I was French.
Do your friends talk like that?
Yeah, they're French. They don't speak English. The shower door fall. The shower door they fall. Anyway,
What I love about French is that French can be summed up with sounds. Just
The English imbecile.
We just lost all two of our French viewers. Go ahead, David.
so like,
Come back.
remember that lake?
Yeah.
Decided to.
I do.
Okay,
I
wait.
remember it. I remember. Did
decided-
you throw the shower doors in there?
Wait, we decided
Where's
to
this
make
lake going?
we decided to make boats with the doors.
What were the doors made out of?
How do you...
The shower doors. I don't know.
What the doors were made out of shower doors?
Glass?
It's like
Was
an
it
infinite
glass?
fucking
No, they were
loop
not-
of doors.
not
The
like
doors
glass. They
were
were
made up of more doors.
like plastic.
Okay.
Okay.
And we're just like, let's make boats. And like,
That's exactly how that conversation goes down.
That'll show up. We'll be fucking floating around.
Kyle, this is Chandler in France.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's make boats and then boom.
Let's make
3
boats
minutes
and break
later-
into Chernobyl.
we go by the river, and I'm like on the side, and I just like, okay, I'm gonna put the first one in, and I'm gonna step on it. So I put the shower door on the lake, and it just immediately just falls straight
What did
down.
you think was gonna happen? Why did you think you could make
Aren't they
boats out of
flat?
shower
Like,
doors?
Isn't it like a surfboard?
yeah,
more
isn't
than
it
a
like?
boat?
What?
I guess
David, have you ever seen a boat? Because apparently you've never
Do they
seen
have
shower
boats in
doors, so I'm
Canada?
not
In my
positive
head.
at this point. Do they have boats in Canada?
if you put it,
sorry.
if you put a bunch of planks of wood, it makes a
you were saying
raft.
put a blunt
Someone's
on
like,
a blunt.
yeah,
If we was that blunt.
Like a blunt on a
If you
boat.
put a blunt on a shower door, you've got a boat, right? No,
okay, boat, maybe not boat. How about
that's a
raft?
boat, right?
No, it's a raft. Okay, it was a raft.
It's made of plastic. What do you mean?
Plastic rafts exist.
What? Not
Oh my
not
God.
like flat, like a wooden raft. A plastic raft has to have like a fucking air pocket. It has to be concave, you moron.
Anyways,
You're the dumbest person I've ever met in my life.
the shower doors fucking they fell all the way down, and the next day, well, basically for the 2 days we stayed there, we couldn't shower.
Serve it. Is there not more than one shower in this hostel? It looks big.
Yeah, really.
Is there not another shower?
It's a fucking castle, but there's only one shower.
the thing
and no
is-
shower doors.
We were like,
Wait, if you've never seen shower doors before, when the shower doors were gone, why was that suddenly a problem? Isn't that a Canadian shower?
Shower doors in Canada.
Whatever.
I just
I'm
don't
not going to
understand.
inquire. I don't understand, but I'm not going to inquire. It's not worth trying to
I
understand.
don't understand how you kept the doors, but complained about there not being doors on the shower the next time you went in. Like, what the fuck?
But I mean, the biggest problem was not the doors.
Where were you
to be
keeping
fair.
the doors when the door repairman arrived?
Yeah.
Well, he did not.
This sounds like it's entirely your fault, David. You broke the shower, then you took the doors, then you threw the doors in a lake.
Listen, I took the doors.
Do you still have the doors? Like,
No, I put them back in next to the shower when I went from I went to the receptionist. I told her, and she said, "We're gonna
maybe
send
the
a
repairman was
repairman."
Canadian.
Oh my fucking God, I fucking hate I'm never telling a story again.
maybe he looked at those and was like, I don't know what they fucking do, dude.
I really
sorry.
hope the person who owns the youth hostel is listening to this podcast right now. Is like, that's where that fucker put them, and it's currently organizing. That's currently organizing a way to fucking get them out of the river.
Actually,
Oh no.
the same night we had Wi-Fi, so I went on their Facebook
You
page.
remember that lake?
I went on their Facebook page and I gave them a 1-star review, and I wrote
No doors.
the shower doors fell on my sorry ass, but at least there was a Tekken 3 arcade in the rec room. And
So you didn't shower
that
and you
sound
just
actually
played
more
Tekken
positive than a
3?
one-star
That's what you
review.
did in France?
wait, they responded last year.
What?
Oh my god.
They responded last year. The guy said, he wrote, "I'm glad to hear you had a good time playing Tekken 3. At least now we know where to look to get back our lost doors."
Oh my god.
Oh my god, dude.
Fuck, dude, I can't even follow that up.
You're a fucking... You're
That
a door
is
thief.
fucking incredible. It has a fucking arc. There's a character arc and everything. That's incredible.
And that's how I
Okay.
learned.
Can we
Oh
have
my
a podcast trip to this youth hostel?
I'm glad you
Can we
had a
take it
good
back?
time playing Tekken
gonna,
3.
dude, I'm just gonna send them an email real quick.
Oh my god.
Can we get them to
Deserves some
sponsor the podcast?
Oh my god.
What do you mean get a youth hostel to sponsor the podcast? What do you fucking say?
The only people listening to this are children.
Yeah, man. We got a lot of young people listening to the podcast. Maybe they want to go to a youth hostel that's in France.
Yeah, exactly.
A youth hostel that's in France with doors that fall off.
It's the logical
Fall
conclusion.
off its staff that won't fix fast showers.
When did you go to this youth hostel?
But at least there's a lake
I
next to
went in 2014.
So 2 years later, they
years
still
later.
didn't get their doors back.
They still don't have doors for that shower.
Holy fuck.
2 years later, they're looking for their fucking doors. Oh my god.
Holy fucking
Are there
shit.
doors just at the bottom of the lake right now?
I'm
my
guessing.
God.
I don't. What are you asking me? I don't know.
Well, you clearly put them there, so you had them last.
Maybe it's like a fucking shipwreck. The lake is just filled with doors. And they've stopped replacing them because the doors always find their way to the lake.
I really hope. I really
Terminator. It's like Terminator how Skynet always takes over. The doors always end up in the fucking lake.
I really hope that like people who went to that youth hostel later just like they just followed up and made it a tradition to rip the doors off every shower and throw them in the lake. They're like, oh man, these foreigners are so good. That's hilarious. And then they started throwing
Fucking
shower.
Canadians.
Yeah, I just remember a party. Eh?
I love the idea of just like my favorite part of this entire story is David walking into a bathroom and the shower has sliding doors and just imagining him turning and looking at it and just being like completely perplexed by it. Where
do the doors go once you slide them?
What is this technology?
I just remembered
This is
something
next
else.
gen.
Actually, I remembered a couple of things at that place.
Okay, go ahead.
2 things. There was a cemetery there.
Oh no. Oh no.
There was a cemetery there.
You a grave robber, Charles?
No, it's just like, I remember there was a cemetery there. There was just a cemetery there.
That's not part of the story. Why would you bring that?
Why? Because I think it's really strange that a youth hostel has a cemetery.
Why are there all these drone shots of this fucking youth hostel?
I don't know.
Why did they buy a drone instead of shower doors?
Okay. So, like I said, it was also a summer camp for, I guess, kids from the UK, and they had like a bunch of counselors, and I got stuck with.
Strange. Shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. There was my counselor. It was back in 2014, I think. So he like the LOL XD waffle rar phase was still going on. You know, the
We're still in that phase. So
No,
like,
I'm shut up.
David, aren't you the big XD? Isn't that what you call yourself?
Look, I'm the big XD. I may be the big XD, but I'm not the random XD rar, okay?
Why did you throw waffle in there last time?
because it's random, dummy.
that's the old him.
That's the random,
That's
dude.
the old David.
That's the old
New
me, I'm
David
not
ain't got no
random.
waffles. New David is a pancake man.
Once he saw those shower doors, he had to leave the waffle behind.
Changed forever.
Anyways, my counselor, like, I remember we were doing activities like playing soccer, and he was like a really random XD guy. So he was like, our team will be called the Rainbow Unicorn Cats. And I was
That
like,
was the best Nile pyrocynical impression I've ever heard.
Doesn't sound anything like him. What are you talking about?
That was
Sounded literally nothing like him.
I can. Okay.
Kyle, do you think Cameron sounds like Niall?
Do
Do you think I sound like Niall?
I just compare everyone to Nile.
anyways,
Honestly.
that's my story. Fuck you.
Holy fucking shit. Oh,
Wow.
okay. Well, this is gonna be like this is not gonna be like a great note to end the podcast on after all that.
Whoa, Kyle's
But
got his story.
Wait, Cameron, do you have another story?
Yeah,
no,
he
I said
does.
Kyle.
Yeah, he does. Look at him.
Go ahead, Cameron. Spotlight's yours.
Yeah,
Oh
Cameron,
shit! All right,
take my story, bro.
No, dude,
Kyle's story.
I don't have a story, man.
I mean, I also don't have a story, but like
Kyle's
you,
fucking boring as shit.
I don't have travel stories, dude.
Do you have any other interesting stories, Kyle? Like fucking Chandler getting lost in the woods on Snapchat? I don't know.
I mean,
What?
I got my
It's not important.
got my E3 notes, but
Got your got my E3
Don't need
notes.
those
Yo,
anymore.
so how about that Anthem demo? We lost all that on that podcast. No,
what if we just threw in Anthem right now?
no, we're not doing a segment on Anthem right now, Kyle.
Sponsor.
Fucking okay. So I guess I'll just.
Yeah.
So Kyle knows about this story already. I'm pretty sure, because I was texting him at the time that it was happening because I was incredibly.
Sorry, I just
I
remembered something
didn't know
else
what to
in
do.
France.
Oh no! What did it also have a fucking
No,
dog
no,
park?
you go ahead,
That's
I'll
not
tell
relevant.
Yeah, it had a dog park, and we're like, whoa, these French people are crazy.
Shower doors, dog parks. What's next?
Okay, go
Go
ahead,
ahead, David. No,
go ahead.
David. No, before I get into it,
Airplane
go
boy,
ahead.
go ahead. No,
Holy
mine is
fucking
long
shit.
again.
Okay. I somewhat recently visited California, and I was hanging out with Kyle and a bunch of other people that I know there.
I
And
don't remember this.
you don't remember this?
I
I mean,
don't
it's
know
on.
which one it is yet.
It's
Sorry,
on.
go
It's
ahead.
on the flight back. Do you not? Do you not remember the flight back story?
It'll come back to me. Go ahead.
Okay, so I live in Texas. I live pretty far from California. So I was flying, and I was flying Southwest. And if you've never flown Southwest before, Southwest is basically a bus with wings. It's the equivalent of if air travel was public transport. So
What
you
do
get
mean like there's a bunch of people in there and they all smell shit
there's no
and
assigned
sweat?
seat. Yeah, kind of. There's all the seats are like bus seats. Like that's
Really?
people can sit anywhere. I mean, they're fucking seatbelts. It's a plane, but like it's not literally a bus with wings strapped to the side.
It does have wings.
It's the closest thing to it though, and also like it's It's very cheap, so you get a lot of like
Are there
more
cheap
weird,
people?
more weird people on Southwest than any other airline, or at least that's been my exposure to it. So my first flight, because I had to connect through Dallas. My first flight, which was the longest flight in my 2-flight trip. This is fucking boring as shit already.
No, go
my
ahead.
first flight, I have to sit in the back row in a completely full plane. Like every single seat is taken. And I'm the second to last person on the plane. So I'm in the middle seat on the back row. No, I'm not I am in the middle seat. I'm in the middle seat on the back row. To my left is a man who weighs roughly 17 times that of
No, man.
human being, I guess.
How many seats did he take?
One.
How many
And,
seats should he take?
2. He was spilling all over me, but he was not the only thing that spilled onto me this flight. Let me tell you.
Oh no!
Oh no.
And on my right was this man who didn't seem to speak very much English. Yeah, Kyle knows the story now. And essentially, after the plane takes off and the flight attendants, they start walking around. They're like, do you want anything to drink? Do you want a beverage? And I was like, yeah, I'll take a cup of water. The fat guy was sleeping, so he didn't get anything. He was fine, but
He survived.
yeah, no. And then the dude to my right, the man who didn't seem to speak very much English, I'm gonna call him Ted. Ted gets the water, and so the flight attendant comes and she brings us back the waters, and I start to drink mine, and Ted just slowly lifts his cup of water above his head, and then starts pouring it on top of himself. Just slowly pouring the water on top of himself, and then
Why?
and then immediately, not even a minute later, flags down another flight attendant and is like, "Can I get a refill?" And then he did that several more times throughout the flight. He would just at random intervals flag down flight attendants, get a water, pour the water on his head, repeat ad nauseum until he was soaking wet. I was also wet because I was sitting next to him, and I couldn't get up because it was a turbulent flight. The flight attendants were giving me eyes, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's happening either. And, the flight attendants were like, "Sir, are you okay? Do you need anything else?" And he's like, "No, I'm fine." He's like, I'm totally fine. Just bring me a water, please. I'm very thirsty.
Oh my god.
He just keeps on pouring it on his head over and over again. And then
all during the flight.
all through the flight. He does it the entire flight. And this is I don't even fucking know, a 4-hour flight. So I'm spending 4 hours next to fucking the Blob from X-Men and fucking Aquaman. It's a fucking crossover comic.
Dude.
I'm in the Amalgam universe, essentially. And that's a fucking retarded joke. I'm so sorry. The fucking he just, and then the thing that made it the worst, the thing that made it all the worst, most confusing experience I've ever had while traveling is that when the flight landed, he gets up, he just looks at me and he says, "I'm all wet." And I was just and I felt like I had to say something, so I was just like, "That's what happens." And like the flight, like afterwards, the flight attendants were like, "I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry." You had to do. I'm
confused.
It's the weirdest. And he just fucking like he didn't get a bag. He didn't do anything else. He just walked into the fucking herd of people getting off the plane, disappeared. I don't know who that man was, what that man was,
What a legend.
where he was going.
It's
but
Waterman.
Ted, if you were out there and you were listening, don't fucking pour water on yourself on an airplane. It's so fucking weird. I thought I was gonna
love
die.
I love that the casual plane talk he covered it up with. Just the I'm all
He didn't talk much because, like I said, he didn't seem to speak very much English because the flight attendants would sometimes ask him questions and he'd be like, "Oh no, no, just water,
They
water,
freak out like
please."
David in front of a shower door.
Was there a wasp on the plane?
Maybe he was trying to deter the fucking wasp. I don't know what he was doing. Like, because they were like, "Are you hot? Do you want ice?" And he was, "And do you need air? We can bring an oxygen tank out." And he was like, "No, just water." And they just kept giving him water. They wouldn't stop giving him water, even though because he just.
At one point, they should have just said, "You've had enough water."
At some point, they should have just because it was
had
like
enough.
getting
It's time to stop.
everywhere. It was everywhere. And at no point did the other guy next to me. At no point did the blob wake up. At no point he was just he might have died. Because he didn't get up when we were leaving the plane either. I don't fucking know, man. That was the
I can just imagine you like sitting, like I just imagine him getting a cup of water and then like holding on to it for a few minutes, just like so you're sitting there waiting in anticipation of like
he wouldn't always pour it on immediately. He would wait
Yeah,
for the flight
exactly.
attendants to stop looking, like they wouldn't see that he was soaking wet. Like they wouldn't see.
So
like
he knew what he was
they
doing,
wouldn't
it
be
was
able
wrong.
to fucking tell. Like they're like, "Man, this fucking guy's drinking a lot of water. He must be sweating it all out." I don't know what he was fucking doing. Like when he was trying to fucking pull one over on big airlines, like fucking take all their fucking water. They screwed over my family. My family's dead because of Southwest Airlines. I'll fucking show them.
We all wet.
And I was just caught in the fucking crossfire. That's
So,
pretty much it. That's my story.
I have another story that I can
go
tell
ahead.
that I
fuck.
thought of.
all right.
Go ahead.
It's not as good as my first one, but what can you do? So this one's from the start of last year. Wait, start of this year. So I visited England again at the start of this year, and I was visiting my dad's friends in Brighton, which is like this place in England. And so we were going to do this touristy thing, which is like the London 360, which is like a it's just like
Spin in
a big-
circles.
It's a big
no,
circle.
no. It's an
Xbox. they don't have those in England.
It's
so
the
a
only
big
Xbox
deal.
in London.
No, it's this Brighton. This is sorry. I don't know why I'm so
Why is
aggressive
it called
with
the
that.
London 360 if it's in Brighton? That's not.
Oh my
Kyle's
god,
fault.
I'm an idiot. The i360? I think it's
tried.
called. I'm trying. Okay,
The
it's a
important
big
part is the circle, so you know.
no. It's a big stick with like a little hoop that goes up, and it goes up pretty high, right? So like I
What?
get what?
Oh, so we're playing basketball 360.
No, it's a stick.
Basketball, but you have to do 360.
How do I?
before every
Yeah.
shot.
I need to search
It's
this
a
up.
big elaborate London game of horse.
Is it like a fucking Tower of Terror? Is it like like the circle goes up and then it falls down with people on it?
Cameron, if you type
wait.
London
British
360, it's
Airways
just-
i360 is what
British
it's called.
Airways
i360.
i360. It's an Airways? Is it a fucking UFO?
No.
British Air. Everyone at home, take a moment to Google.
Yeah, gonna take a moment to Google this, please.
Okay, I'm looking. Okay,
So it's a-
it's just
so it's
a
a big-
dome.
Okay, so it's just
a
a
fucking
thing.
dome thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
I
thing.
see
It goes up high. So
Nice.
Okay.
please, this is going
Why
somewhere.
not?
I swear.
Oh, okay, this thing. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
So, so me and my dad and his friends, we get on there and we're going up, and I hear these like there's like these little I think 12-year-old girls that were like all huddling together like they're saying is that who I think it is? And they're like pointing over at this woman. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Who is this for? Someone famous?
It
Like,
was
"That's-
Ariana Grande.
No, they're like, it's Zoella. No, and then this one girl wouldn't believe it. She's like, no, there's no way that's Zoella. And they point, no, really it is. And my dad's like, is someone famous on here? And I'm like, oh god, no, I'm gonna have to explain what this YouTuber is.
You have to explain Zoella to your
I'm gonna
dad.
explain
Zoella.
Zoella. And
You have to explain Zoella to me.
Explain Zoella to your dad sounds like you fucking had unprotected sex.
So
to explain this
Fuck is
Zoella.
Zoella.
So it turns out
Zoella's a YouTuber.
Zoella's a YouTuber, she's a very famous YouTuber.
Oh Christ, she is.
So she ended up being on the same thing as me, and I'm like, oh god, no.
Like two
And
internet
so-
celebrities on one i360. What are the fucking odds?
I'm still trying to explain. So all these 12-year-olds start
Was she vlogging?
screaming. Yeah, she was vlogging. I might be in the back of one of her vlogs.
Oh my god, you're
God.
famous!
Oh my
Face reveal.
gosh.
Face
We
reveal.
need to find this. Go ahead.
So, so all these 12-year-olds start screaming. My dad's like, why are they screaming? Who is this person? And I'm like, oh, she's a YouTuber. And he's like, what does she do? I'm like, that's the thing. She's like, well, she has a camera and she shows people what she's doing in the day. And my dad's like, why do people watch that? I'm like, you're asking the wrong person, Dad. He's like so perplexed by like, why is this person like so famous? Like, it's like he's like, but like if she was like a movie star, I'd understand. But like, what does she do? I'm like, she puts makeup on her face sometimes, and people learn from her. And he's like, why?
Wow, good explanation, dude.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah, but it was just the weirdest experience, like being around that. Like it must be hell for them, honestly, because all these people screaming and like crowding around them is like,
Yeah, yeah.
oh,
I
you
mean-
can't do anything.
I
Are
mean,
you not
yeah,
used to it,
you would
internet
know.
sensation, Cameron?
You would know.
God damn it!
Come on. You
No, it's fine.
know.
He's
you were
al-
actually just jealous.
He's
You were
only
like,
an
super
international
jealous.
phenomenon. He's
I
not
was
famous
real-
in Australia. He's not
Oh,
famous
okay.
in Australia. Don't worry.
That's the reason why I didn't go up to her. I was too jealous. I was like, how dare she have more fans than me?
You didn't want to go and be like, hey, collab? We could have had Zoella on the fucking podcast, Cameron.
I'm so
Christ.
sorry.
You know what? Instead of having her as a guest, she sponsors the podcast now.
This podcast has been brought to you by Zoella. All right, is that it? Is that
Yeah,
your story?
that's the end of.
Just you saw Zoella?
Wow.
Yeah. I
I like how you told it from the perspective as if it was the girls freaking out about Zola when it was really you freaking out, and you were like,
you're right. You're right.
Dad,
I did do
just
a
let
bit
me
of a
do
swap.
this.
Dad,
I'll explain. I'll
She's my-
explain
She's
my
my
Zoella
internet
affliction
wife.
later.
How to explain you
God.
freaking out about Zoella to your dad. Good story.
Do
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I have time for my story?
What do you mean? Do you have time for your story? You already. Most of this podcast is whatever. Go ahead. I don't care.
Okay. So in France, same trip.
I hope you guys enjoyed the intermission.
The youth hostel had front doors.
No. Fuck.
Go ahead.
We went to Disney World, Disneyland. I don't know which one. The one in France. And it was at the time where they bought Lucasfilms, so there was a lot of Star Wars stuff. And me and me and like 5 other guys bought just full
Shower
clone
doors.
armors. No, full clone armor.
Oh,
Like,
really? How much was that?
With way too much.
Jesus
way
Christ.
too much.
That sounds like a fucking big purchase.
And then-
is this
wait.
like 501st jet? Like really good
Oh no,
stuff,
they
or-
were no. They were like
cheap
plastic
plastic shit.
cheap plastic.
Oh,
shit.
like Halloween costume style shit?
Kind of. Anyways, and we bought also like pew pew guns. They made like pew pew pew, and we're like
Yeah.
we were running around Disneyland just like shooting each other and shit. And it was all fun. And
We were running
the
around
next
Disneyland
day,
shooting each other and shit. It was so much fun. That's every experience I have at Disneyland.
That's a
the
David
next day-
sentence.
Doesn't understand shower doors or Disneyland.
the next day we left to go to another hotel in Paris. So when we get there, for some reason, we all decided to put our clone armor like outfits under our real clothes.
What?
Wait, and and then we wait.
You're a fucking freak.
You're a freak, dude.
You're a fucking freak, dude.
We can't condone that on this podcast. Yo, viewer discretion is advised.
No, I think
When we
I think
were
there's okay.
yes, no, go ahead.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
Okay, when we were in the hotel lobby, we put on our masks. We just like kicked luggage on the ground and made like barricades, and we started shooting each other in the fucking hotel lbbby. Anyways, it did not last.
And you were 18?
I was sick. No, I was
16?
like 15, 16.
Okay. Right.
Completely different age.
Yeah,
Not a freak.
I'm not a fucking freak, dude.
Like, I've already seen a shower door. This is nothing.
it didn't last long because
Why did you put them on under your clothes? What did you like rip off your? Did you Superman your clothes?
Yeah, I mean, kind of.
Did you ruin your clothes? It sounds like it would ruin them. No? Okay, I mean, like, at least you didn't ruin your
I
clothes.
didn't ruin them. It was just boys having boys fun.
Boys
shit.
having boys.
Oh boy, that sounded wrong.
We're just a bunch of boys having
It's just
some
a bunch
boys.
of boys having boys. Boys will have boys, you know.
It's time to stop.
I think it's time to stop the podcast.
Yeah, that was a good length.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for. Oh, we need to fucking plug everything.
Yeah, start with you.
Okay, I mean, because I'll just plug all my shit.
Okay.
If you want to fucking subscribe to me on YouTube on my main channel, it's youtube.com/ShammyTV. If you would like to follow me on Twitter, it's @ShammyTV. If you would like to follow me on Twitch, it's @ShammyYT. That's pretty much it. David?
When's the next
you
video
wanna-
coming out?
Oh, when's my next video coming out? Hey, Cameron. Hey, Cameron.
Yep.
Fuck you.
David, how about that plug?
So you can follow me on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/SirMeowMusic or on Twitter @SirMeowMusic. That's it.
You can
Send me
follow
wait. Send me cat pictures on Twitter, please.
Oh,
Thanks.
yeah, David is a fucking cat fanatic.
Send me
Obviously.
cats.
Fanatic.
Send him
cats.
cats. Send him cats.
Send
You can
Avery
find-
owls.
Please do, actually. Unless it's that fucking Zizal ad, stop sending me that.
Send that one.
Please don't.
Send
saw
that
an
one.
Ori in the Blind Forest.
I've
There's
already
an owl.
seen it. I've already seen it.
Dude, Avery, I was in a Walmart and I saw an owl on a t-shirt. I was like, oh, I should buy that.
Can we please let Kyle plug his stuff?
Please let Kyle plug his shit so we can end this fucking podcast.
You guys can find me on Twitter at @SirZulu_, which I changed it from last episode. And please
okay.
send me wholesome memes. That's all I want.
God,
Send him 9/11 memes.
You can find me on
Send
Twitter.
Kyle
at-
9/11 memes.
Don't do it.
You can find me on Twitter @SuperSneakSheep. I post mainly retweets of New Zealand stuff. That's all I do. I'm
That's
from New
really
Zealand.
weird
Please,
for an Australian.
Please, I'm from New Zealand. Please. No, I'm a New Zealander. Please.
One more thing. You can follow the podcast Twitter @PST Podcast. I don't know if Avery plugged that or not.
Oh, yeah. Also, I'm still working out the layout, but there will be fan art featured on this podcast on the YouTube version. That will
And
be
hopefully
the fan art.
audio visualizers. Hopefully.
Yes, hopefully.
Probably.
So you'll be able to see who's talking. So thank you to Adam Croslow for the really good fucking fan art. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Also, put in the comments what you guys want to hear us talk about.
Yeah, we'll take
'Cause
suggestions.
we're
I guess.
open to
This podcast
suggestions.
is about fucking who fucking knows, honestly.
It's about
You guys can
the
mold us all you
fans.
want.
It's
just like
it's about
about the
it's about
fans.
It's about
fans.
Shadow
It's about the fans.
Wars.